welcome you all here to our collective calls. We hold every Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, connecting brilliant ideas, brilliant projects here, and tell the world about it. So yeah, hosting today's meeting as always, myself, Ivan, and Malika is also as a co-host here, ready to help me here. And yeah, we got four projects as I said before. Yeah, let me introduce them real quick. We got Márcio, a co-founder at Btracer. Then we got Osman, CEO at Nativerse. We got Miichi, hopefully I pronounced it right, a co-founder at the World of Dypians, and Bayo, CEO at MPC Labs. So four amazing projects. Really excited to hear them all out.
Okay, let's go. So first of all, thanks for the Platinum team. You are just amazing. And then, Márcio, would you share any information presentation of us? While Márcio share, I am, guys, in the middle of Amazon rainforest right now, and we are changing the life of 300,000 families here in Amazonas. This is the main city, Manaus, of Amazon rainforest. We are transforming the production of the family farmers into smart contracts and also title. I don't know if in the United States you guys have some kind of papers that is reward for farm production. Over here we have, and then this is a problem faced more than 50 years here in Amazonas. We transform a 50-year trouble in 4 minutes solution because we use blockchain to make the sanitary, territorial, and production plan of these 300,000 families. And I will show to you guys, this is one place over here that is in the middle of Amazon rainforest. We are tokenizing that production, and we are sending titles, the papers of the land and of the goods of these guys' issues. This is a partnership with local government, state, and also the major. We already worked with Nestle. Nestle shared to us 16 tons of coffee for it to make 360 degree tracking of this product. We know our product is a small ERP. We give this for free to the small farmers, and then they have all the track of their productions, and we change this for tokens and papers. Okay, so Márcio is sharing the screen now. Márcio pode passar lá para o final. You can pass this to the end of the product. Yeah, there's some awards we already have won, the size of our market, and some track record we have, some awards and investors. We are on a series right now. There are some customers, Nestle and Rumo. Rumo is the biggest logistics company in Latin America. We are getting scale. We need $1.5 million to improve this product, and of course, go to overseas market. Some part of our teams, most of all scientists with master degree and PhD also. So that's it, guys. Thanks for your attention. I will open up for the questions here. And I again will open my camera for you to watch that I am in the middle of the jungle.
Okay, guys, as you wish. Let's proceed to a Q&A section. Yeah, guys, could you tell a bit more about what actually inspired you to do such project and how it is going on right now?
Right, nice question. So I worked 8.5 years on Samsung, and I created a consultants company that I have Coca-Cola, LG, Nokia, Microsoft Mobile, and then I know our team know a lot about SAP and Microsoft and Oracle ERP products. What do we think over here? We can have this kind of technology and insert into the small farmers. Why? Well, we can have the track of these families all around the world. Okay, that was the inspiration. Hard tech for the family farmers, and what we can win with this. In 2 years, we will be the biggest company around the world with Amazon rainforest data of activity on bioeconomy, agriculture, and so on. That was the inspiration. I guess I have answered to you guys.
Okay, and do you have plans to expand like Btracer's activity beyond the Amazon region? Further away?
For sure. Another nice question. Our first investment was from from Minas Gerais. Minas Gerais is the second state here in Brazil with agriculture. This was our first round of investment. So that guys of FCJ Ventures are just waiting. We finish this cycle over here in Amazonas for Control C and Control V. Just copy the copycat for Minas Gerais. The answer is okay. The next state is Minas Gerais, and then our hope is to reach out Agriculture Federal Bureau, and then just Control C, just copy this for rest of the world.
Okay, I just received one in the chat as I'm seeing here. So, what benefits do communities see from tokenizing agricultural inputs and materials?
Perfect questions. We understand the Bitcoin, for example, is just getting the energy of the liquidity in the world in dollar. We know that United States economy is a bit fragile now, and then we'll have a change of financial bases in the world, the DREX and so on. So when you tokenize these farmers, they are into DeFi, DREX, and that kind of technology. They are handle the language of the new world. That's the most biggest benefit. And after that, of course, you can have smart contracts that you issue titles of that production, all digital. The main point is, first, again, the small guys into the biggest financial company, and second, digital transformation 360 degrees. I hope I have answered to you guys.
Yeah, I hope so too. You got a raised hand also from Alan. So please go ahead.
I see you mentioned you tokenize the inputs and raw materials data. So I wonder, how do you track the data, make its accuracy align with what happening real time from the farmer, from the community agriculture activities?
Subarashi, nice question. The main point of this is that we have 20 plus years on shop floor control systems. Okay, we have remember I said to you guys that I have a previous company of consulting with Microsoft Mobile, Nokia, and so on. And then we did 3 global projects. Global project is you design the solution over here in Manaus, and then you copy for all companies, all factors, all plants of this greatest company around the world. We made 3 projects of this. We know Yaskawa, Data Logic, and then Kians. That technology is Omron. This is our field of work. We know a lot of tracking, and then we get this technology, this state-of-the-art shop floor control systems plus ERP solutions, and you just apply. Of course, in a company, great company, you have a lot of processes, a lot of, for example, rework process, salvage process. You don't need this on the small guys. You just fit the technology for the small guys. That's what we do. And then who helped us to finish this project was Nestlé. That project was validated for Nestlé. But our main point is to give this free for the small guys. We know, for example, SAP Business One is a product that starts free, but the small guys cannot pay a SAP Business One. We have a SAP Business One for free forever, but with blockchain and tokenization. That's the key point. And then again, our knowledge came from shop floor, factor shop floor, Samsung, Nokia, Microsoft Mobile, Sony DADC, Harman, and Coca-Cola. We have a lot of experience on this field. I hope I have answered. Thanks for the question again.
Yeah, so just like a follow-up question. So can you give an example about how exactly you track the data? Like I understand you're gonna deploy a system, right, to building an information system to track the data, but how you make sure the original data, right, input your system is accurate, and because the farmland can have a natural fire, wildfire, things like that. How you track all those? What's really happening?
Amazing question. See, over here, the people were talking about carbon credits. You cannot run carbon credits if you have not the land accepting and in accordance of the government. For the first layer is all documentation of the land. That's the first key point, okay? You need CAR, and CIF document. That document have around 15 fields each one, and the first step is over there. If you fill out, and then we make automatization for that 50 fields on each paper. And then the third step is the guy, the owner of the land. The identity ID, over here we call CPF. And then we put car, CIF, CPF. Do you have sons? Okay, the data of your son. What's the culture you are handling? For example, tomatoes. Okay, does tomatoes have any certification over here? In the state? Yes, it has. So we are getting to the platform correlated data for the land, sanitary, family, and culture. That's the point. We get variables, and most of them are automatically. Why automatically? Because the government here have too much open data. For example, we have BNDES. BNDES have the unsafe lands, and then we get the API from the government and get this automatically. And then you can ask why they do not did this in these 50s. We don't know. We just make an AI to get this data like a crawler, and then just to put in the process like a ERP. Okay.
Right. You basically rely on the third party or government agency data to sort of keep that information updated.
Perfect. Nowadays, five bureaus. This is SEDECT. SEDECT is the main one. All the technology politics for all states here in Amazonas. And after that, PRODAN is cloud provider for all states. And then IDAN is the land. ADAF is the animals and sanitary. And we have Centep and one more, I do not remember this. And then we first of all is to ask partnership with the government. And after that, great companies, because we know that the next step is to develop R&D for IoT. That guys, 300,000 families have a poor automation. They do not know how is the weather, how is the water, the pH of the water. They do not have enough. So we can develop, the second step is develop also technology for these small families. And then we understand that, so we can talk about carbon credits. Over here, the guys are talking about carbon credit, but they do not know about the land, sanitary, family, and we are making the basis. And in 2 years, we'll be the biggest company to talk about carbon credits here in Amazon Rainforest. Why? Because we have a lot of partnership and we have real technology proved by the government.
And we got second project to join our collective call. I believe it's Osman from Nativerse. So if you're here, please step in. Passing the mic to you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Oz from Nativerse. Today, I'm going to show you what is our innovation for Bitcoin and why we believe that will onboard the next billion users to the Web3. Yeah, so first of all, let me take a step back and explain what actually the staking and liquid staking actually on Bitcoin. So proof of stake networks, they're fragile as a security because of their fundamental design. And because of their fundamental design, right? So, and we use the Bitcoin as a proof of work network to fix this issue. Users stake their Bitcoin and through a Babylon and get the rewards from the other proof of stake networks. I mean that those are mostly the layer 1 projects. So users stake their Bitcoin through the Babylon and get reward from the other proof of stake networks. The liquid staking actually is the receipt token that representing the stake pools and stake assets to maximizing the user's profit. So our vision is the democratizing these concepts actually. So our team tells us is anyone should access this opportunity in anywhere to create their own microeconomy. So anyone can be part of the Bitcoin utility revolution via our Nativerse staking standard program. But there are some barriers for this vision, right? So actually, for too long, LSTs have been controlled by a few dominant players only because of the technical complexity and the liquidity challenge. Also, every new LST comes with a new liquidity fragmentation that leads to market inefficiency. So also this monopoly market is causing the bad UX user experience, and also the users only limits to the single chain. That also the most of our competitors just giving the long-term unbounding period. Our solution is making the launching LSTs within couple of minutes instead of months. And also after they launch it, we are supporting their liquidity So they don't have to create any liquidity pools if they build with us. So we are unifying all Bitcoin LSTs in one pool. So if we make it is the real, right? If we make it is real in 1 minute, so what will affect to the market? So simplifying the launch process will unlock the infinite Bitcoin LST feature. Nativerse staking standard program can support all Bitcoin layer 2s, including the EVM and the MoveEM as well. So that's also unlocking the infinite Bitcoin liquidity to the Bitcoin layer 2s and also the Ethereum layer 2s and also another ecosystems. Yeah, so Bitcoin staking is new paradigm, and so let's get Ethereum as a benchmark. Ethereum staking ratio is 28%. LST ratio is the 12%. It means the potential, the 336 billion Bitcoin stake market, and also 138 billion Bitcoin LST market. We are targeting the 8 to 10% market share with our staking standard program and LSTs. And so that means also the around 11 to 14 billion market value. While our competitors trust needed, we are trustless and non-custodial. So we support the three different token standards while they are supporting only one. Our LST orders can earn up to 3% more yields because it's coming from our unified liquidity aggregation hub fees. So we are in Genesis 1.1 at the moment. We will launch our incentivized testnet in next month. So our mainnet launch target is on January. And this is our team. So I have to skip it, sorry. And our product is testnet. And any business, whether they are traditional Web3 business, can build a closer relationship with their user base and generate more revenue via their Bitcoin. So we believe that the LSTs are key to driving the retail adoption that will bring the next billion users to the Web3. So our mainline target is the January, as I mentioned, and with more than the 10 LSTs, and our committed TVL is the 100 million. So we are proud to be part of the Bitcoin Startup Labs and building better future for Bitcoin. Thank you.
Thank you, Oz. It was a great pitch. So Q&A. Let me be the first one again to address the question. So you can actually skip through the team part. So yeah, we got some time. You can elaborate on that further.
Can I elaborate it? Okay, great. So actually, we are talented DeFi experts, and we built many Web2 and Web3 products before together. And so I have been in the finance and Web3 since 2017, and Exit One e-com brand. Tunja is we met in the 2020 together, and he's really rockstar Web3 builder. And Mehmet is our OG product talent, and he built many products before in Web3 and mostly Web2. So our team has total more than 20 years Web3 and finance experience.
Okay, thanks. And we've just received a question in the chat, so let me read that. How different is Nativerse and Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo is actually, they are, as I mentioned before, so actually they built their own LSTs. They are building their own LSTs. They are supporting their own liquidity, but we are not building our own LST. We will not have our own LST only. We will have the one LST in our platform, but that is the actually indexing of all of the LSTs that built with us. Lorenzo is alone, and they are single product, but we are ecosystems actually. So this is also why we are not actually competing to other products. Like let me open the competitor table. Okay, so Lombard, Lorenzo, Pumpit, they are also very talented DeFi guys, and I really love all of them. But they are building their own product, right? So, but we are having to them like thousands of Lorenzo, thousands of Lombard, thousands of Pumpit. We are helping to. Anyone can build the same like the Lorenzo and Lombard. Because building the LST market on Bitcoin, LST product on Bitcoin, it's really difficult. That's why we only have 4 to 5 competitors right now on Bitcoin ecosystem. But that must be thousands, that must be 10,000 LSTs. Because we believe that if the Web3 goes to mainstream in one day, that will comes with the LSTs, Bitcoin LSTs or Ethereum LSTs. Because people should get some rewards if they are holding that asset, right? So we are helping to anyone can boot that and also boot their own loyalty mechanism between their users. Let's say the exchange, let's say the like NFT trading markets. They can boot their own LSTs and they can give some incentivize to their users if they are holding it, right? So this is how we are differentiate. And also actually we are also completing to them. For example, Lombard, Lorenzo, Pump BTC. If they are, let's say, right now they are mostly in EVM, but if they want to jump on the Solana ecosystem they have to create their own liquidity, right? But with us, after us, actually they don't need it because our product also supporting to Lombard, Lorenzo, and Pump BTC as a liquidity. So we are sharing the liquidity between of the deep liquidity products and the poor ones. So that's why how we are aggregating the liquidity. So actually we are not competing none of them, we are completing all of them.
Okay, thanks. Hopefully that answered the question.
We got a question here in the chat actually.
Oh, sorry. So
Yeah, I will read it out.
Yeah,
What
thanks.
mitigation is present? This is BTC, Babylon, Nati.
Yeah, actually I think that I mean they are asking for the integration, right? So what
No,
we are
I'm sorry. I'm only able to type with one hand right now. I apologize. I'm familiar with Babylon. I appreciate the notion that this is trustless. I'm sure it's non-custodial. That's great. But I also use trustless in marketing for my business, and I understand that trustless is sort of based on certain trust assumption. Like if you're the only development author of 3 different contracts on 3 different chains, then you can call it trustless because it's 3 different contracts that don't require third-party trust. I'm just asking, what should we anticipate? There's a lot of market complaints about LSTs based on the eigenlayer performance and some people staking there and not getting large rewards. They don't understand risk. So that's why I was asking if there's like risk mitigation as part of the economic design here or anything like that.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Yeah, the staking part is the trustless, as you mentioned that. But actually, the Babylon is, but if you are just directly staking with Babylon, native staking, that is a trustless. But if you are using any of the LST product on Babylon, this is not a trustless because there are some technical barriers for that. But we also solve that because we are using the 2PC MPC technology to making the still trustless for that. But still, there is some risk because the risk is the slashing. The risk is the slashing.
You said it's MPC that you're using for this trustless solution.
Sorry?
You said did you say MPC? I missed it. I'm sorry. You said very quick.
So we are sharing to the user's wallet private key with one side of the user side and another side of in the node validator network. So we are partnering with some of this node validator network. So we built some innovation on the top of that. So we still keep the assets, the people's their own wallet, but they can still access to LST. That is the actual innovation.
It sounds like counterparty keys. It's similar to counterparty keys. Do you know?
No, it's not that similar. So because
of keys, you think? No?
Can you explain it? Sorry.
You said it's 2 pairs of keys, right? It's the user's keys and the protocol's keys.
Yeah, not the protocol key, the MPC network key, but this is the control validator, not from us, from the validator of the node network.
I understand. I missed MPC. I apologize. Thank you for answering the question. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on your work. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is actually why let me open again our competitor table. So that's why we are still mentioning the trustless. But this trustless is actually while you are staking and getting your LST period. But still there are some risk of the validation process, right? Because of even you are in Solana, even you are in Ethereum, Sui, whatever, also on Babylon, there are some slashing process because of the preventing the malicious activity by validators. But also for that, what we are like building for the ecosystem, we are letting to people they can build their own validator network as well, but also we are helping to them to collaborate with the institutions for this validation network. So that's also like preventing the slashing mechanism, but also the plus on Babylon, the slashing mechanism is still not a certain one. Most probably, we have really good contact with them. That will be kind of the social slashing system. It's like same like the Solana. For example, in Ethereum, if you do some slashing activity, your 32 ETH directly cutting, right? But on Solana, it's giving you 2 days period, and plus that is a social slashing. So the other validators deciding that for your malicious activity. So that is the increasing the slashing and decreasing the risk factor for the slashing. But the trustless one for the staking period and the unstaking period and also the minting the LSTs, completely trustless.
Thanks for taking the question. I have more than 10 years experience similar to your founders. So I've experienced this many times that, trustless is appropriate for marketing, but, being able to talk about risk in a mature way, this attracts institutions, right? So thank you for answering the question.
Yeah, thank you. I hope it makes sense, my answer.
Yes, it does, yes.
All right, thanks, Sheldon, for the question. And yeah, that's all the time we have for the Q&A part. Thank you, guys. And yeah, we are moving on for the third project for today. Thank you, guys, for stepping in. Wish you best of luck. And yeah, right now we have Michi, a co-founder at the world of Dypians. So if you're here, passing the mic to you. Welcome.
Yep, pleasure to be here today. And pleasure to meet you as well. All right. Basically, just for you to understand, World of Dypians is an MMORPG game available on Epic Game Store. We started developing it for more than 2.5 years ago. And based on the market research that we made back then, there weren't a lot of good quality games. And there aren't actually so far in the Web3 gaming space. Our vision and our focus is to onboard as many Web2 users, gamers, and businesses into the Web3 space through some educational campaigns, enjoyable gameplay, and a lot of new features that we are introducing to our platform. I just want to highlight that we are not only building a gaming platform, but we are building a platform that merges together the 4 main pillars of the Web3 space, like DeFi, NFTs, gaming, and AI. We managed to launch a closed beta version on Epic Games at December last year, and during that year we have experienced a significant, user growth. And if you can check our profile on Dep Radar, we have been leading the gaming space for the past year on every blockchain that we are available on. Right now, you can see the data on the past 30 days. We have around 1.4 million monthly active users that are interacting with our game through different events, activities, and interacting with our products as well. We chosen to go as a multi-chain platform because it aligns with our vision to onboard as many Web2 users, to the space. So we didn't want to have any blocking point for them to join the platform. So if you're a user, you just need to create a gaming account using email and password, so you don't need to connect a wallet or anything else. And at the moment that you want interact with the game, you want to purchase your favorite skin, you want to participate in an event or withdraw some rewards, we make it possible for them to connect and then complete the transaction and make all this kind of activities. We have been partnering with the biggest name in the industry. We have a strategic partnership with BNB Chain, but also with different names that you can see it, on our website. And we have different nature of businesses that we do with all of them. We did even win multiple competition during this year, like BNB Chain Daily Active User Program, Taiko Trailblazers Core Ignition Builder Program, and a lot more during this year. And we have received more than $1.4 million in grants during, the past 6 months from different partnerships that we have been, building. And as I want to mention that we most recently got mentioned in Binance Research Report with the top 5 games leading the Web3 gaming space at the moment. I don't know if you guys have ever played games before, but what we're trying to build is something like the World of Warcraft, but in Web3. So I used to play games for fun when I was younger and right now. So we see that in Web3 space, there are only users that are here only for play to earn. And what we're trying to do is to bring the same enjoyable experience to the users, to the gamers, to the businesses by having a campaign mode, a multiplayer mode, and open world development. Here you can see some of the data and our profile. I'm just going to go quick through this and focus to the most important part. These are some of the grants that we received and investments. So just to focus on the investment part, we have raised $4.1 million during the past 3 months out of 6.1 in total. So we have unallocated $2 million in the private round. The seed round, KOLs, and public round are overcommitted and subscribed. So we only have allocation from from the private round. We are looking at the TG by the end of November, but we have to see as the market sentiment goes at the moment, because we've been working and developing the game for more than 2.5 years, as I already mentioned, and we just want to find the perfect timing to have the token launched on different platforms. In terms of exchanges, here you can view some of our partners and the city and so on. You can take a look on the deck later. I can share it with you, of course, in the chat. And let me go quick. This is the platform comparison to what we call it, let's say, the biggest players right now in the Web3 gaming space, and what differentiates us at the moment. So I know the time has passed, but just the last thing that I wanted to say is that we are more than 26 people working. We have 2 headquarters in Romania, Bucharest, and Tirana, Albania, where I'm located, but also remote workers all around the world. We have, let's say, a lot of experience during the, not only in the crypto space, but also to business development, product management, and a lot more. In terms of exchanges, we have secured Gate and MaxC, and also one of the top 5 exchanges, which I cannot disclose a name due to NDA, but it will be released in the upcoming days. And also we are negotiating, let's say, the prices and the offers with Bybit and BitGet at the moment, while also we are in discussion with other top exchanges as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That was a great pitch.
Can you please explain us like what's included in the ecosystem, and how many users do you have, and like what attracts more from the ecosystem?
Yeah, so great question. Thank you for making it. So I already mentioned before that we have, like, daily active users, we have around 900,000 that are interacting with our game, different products that we make available, like interacting with the game, daily bonus event, treasure hunt event, that are events that are happening within the game. So they interact by completing some quests, by logging into the game every day, visiting some of the partner areas, and a lot more activities, like they can fight with some bosses, kill some animals, increase some, let's say, increase their avatar overall experience, and a lot more. We also have dedicated leaderboards, global one, and dedicated chain leaderboards, which increase the competition spirit to our game and gives like a incentivation for the users to come back and be one of the, let's say, top players from our ecosystem. Right now, even though we are in a closed beta version, we have a lot of new features that we are, let's say, keeping for the TG and after, like the full launch of the multiplayer mode, a lot of new features, new partnerships that we have down the line that will give us a, let's say, a huge boost in the, let's say, during the TG, but also after, and some different campaigns that we are running. We will run with BNB Chain, with Binance Web3 Wallet, and a lot more.
Okay.
I hope that clarifies.
Yeah, sure. Also, we have a question here in the chat. How do you plan to attract and retain players in such a competitive gaming ecosystem, especially taking into consideration the clickers?
Yeah. Oh, amazing question. So I don't know if you, let's say, if you make a little bit of research on a Web3 gaming space, you can see that there are a lot of games that don't have actually a good quality gaming content. So they don't have the content to keep the users engaged and to come every day. Right now, you have seen maybe in the market that there are a lot of games, like, I would call it mini games, that are only task related, that invites users to complete some task, and earn some coins with. But this is something that is short term. In long term, what we are trying to do is to provide the same enjoyable gaming experience. Like, I want to finish my 9-to-5 work and then head home and play my favorite game. And that's what we're trying to innovate into the gaming space in Web3, because there are a lot of games that may be launched, and maybe Web3 gaming space is a little bit younger, because in order to build and develop a really good game, you need at least 5 years, at least 100 employees, and unlimited funds. But since the Web3 projects are usually small teams with limited funds, mostly self-funded, you need a little bit more time. And the biggest mistake that let's say most of the platform makes is that they want to launch the token without having the product first. And without having a product, you cannot attract long-term community. And this what we did it different. We actually built a community of more than 1 million members across different social media channels. Only on YouTube we got 500,000 subscribers. We even got like a award plaque from YouTube on that. But also different awards from other social media channels as well. And that's what we're trying to build. Actually, having a product that is working with generating revenue. Just wanted to highlight that we only during this year in the bear market, we generated more than $3.4 million in revenues through different integrations, in-game purchases, NFT sales, subscription fees, and a lot more, which you can find, let's say, on our business model included in the deck.
Thank you for your answer. Do we have more questions, guys?
Could you elaborate a tiny bit more on tokenomics and the token utility? And do you plan to incorporate NFT mechanics into your game?
Yeah, so I'm just going to start with the NFTs because it's more simpler. And I already mentioned that we are not building only a game. We are building I mentioned it we are building a platform that merges together the DeFi, the NFTs, AI, and gaming part. So we already integrated the NFTs. We have our own NFT marketplace. We have launched 2 collections. One of them is called Cats and Watches Society, and another one, World of Dypian Lens, which are fully sold. Also, we have integrated directly in the game. So if I'm a holder of a particular NFT, I will be able to access that NFT, for example, the cat, inside of the game, with the same traits, and it will help the avatar, the main character, through their journey within the game, like fighting into battles, finding different pieces scattered all around the world, use it as an in-game mount, and a lot more utilities that will come into the future. Also, we have dedicated NFT staking pools related to the DeFi, which also you can find it on our website. In regards to the tokenomics, so I already mentioned that we have raised $4.1 million so far with different VCs like Castrum Capital, leading investor in Turkey, MPC Education, leading in LATAM community, and a lot most recently with IBC Group with Mario Nafal invested in us, and we have a lot of more soft commitments that we are trying to finalize it until, let's say, at the moment of the TGE. The fully dilution market cap is $42.5 million. It is already accepted by the exchanges that I already mentioned to you before, and everything that is happening within our ecosystem related to the token, it will be related directly to the utilities that for example, the token, it will be used for in-game purchases, NFT sales, for the fees of each transaction that a player makes, for the DeFi part, on the staking and everything else, for the governance, which is most important because we want to build a game based on the community, and the community votes really matters, and help us, to improve the game, give us feedback, and a lot more. So these are just a short summary of let's say, of the answer that you required.
Oh yeah. Thank you for this explanation in detail. Really appreciate that. And yeah, that's all the time we have with the third project. And yeah, we got, last but not least, Bayo, CEO at MPC Labs. Thank you for your time and patience. And yeah, passing the mic to you whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thank you to the Platinum team and to everyone on the call. All right, my name is Bayo Okusanya. I'm the CEO and co-founder of MPC Labs. We're applying blockchain technology to bring trust and traceability to every physical asset. And this is the platform for verified consumer goods. So what we found out, I've been in this space since 2017. I started as a VC, and then I transitioned a couple years ago after becoming big time NFT collector collecting over 300 NFTs. We were looking for killer use cases for blockchain technology. And we learned that there's a major counterfeit and authentication issue that we have in the global marketplace, where you have about $1 trillion worth of goods that are counterfeited. And these goods not only include consumer products, but also pharmaceutical drugs, different types of products in the global supply chain. And by 2030, that's only going to get worse to about $1.79 trillion. At the same time, we being, deep in that NFT space and in the digital art community and also influencers, we realized that scaling online communities is very hard, and bridging the gap between your digital community and your physical community is a difficult proposition. And part of that is because up to 70% of revenue for, all digital communities is coming from things like events in real life and merchandising. At the same time, the existing platforms out there have an unfair ownership split between their users and their platforms. So what we've developed is a one-stop solution that allows you to build authenticated products on chain that has built-in community connection. So you can transform any of your intellectual property assets into a tangible good and distribute them globally. And then we authenticate those goods against secure blockchain-based databases. We're chain agnostic, so you can deploy your token that symbolizes ownership within that asset on any chain and start to build your ecosystem of connected products. Each product comes embedded in it with an NFC and RFID tag. We have multiple partners for that, including some of the top companies in that space, Uniquely, IYK, Verify, Infinifty, and others. But in order to start producing these goods, we have a network of suppliers and manufacturers that have worked with top brands like Amazon, Urban Outfitters, Lululemon, and some of the best brands in the industry. You can plug our APIs right into your existing Mint site, your online stores, your storefronts. If you don't have one, you can deploy it through our platform and start producing these authenticated goods that are linked to a digital asset on chain. Each one can come with an optional digital twin as well. And when you tap your phone to the actual product via the NFC chip, it'll pull up an exclusive portal that's customized for that brand. It links out to their different platforms. We've added different experiences in there, like AR modules, AI avatars, and others, tracking and tracing. And you can also get a deep understanding of the manufacturing specs, where the product came from, whether it's built out of materials that meet sustainability goals. This is just the total market. We're starting with the digital art community, but we're quickly expanding to the global e-commerce space. In the digital art community alone, we have access to over 2.5 million community members, 18 to 45 years old. And we're attacking the global passion and creator economy, which has about 1 billion people who are going to self-identify as creators by 2027. And this has only exploded because of Gen AI. So these are some of the other companies that try to provide affordable infrastructure for product distribution. What they don't provide is IP security. So if you go to any of the public e-commerce marketplaces, you'll find counterfeits of goods of some of the, your favorite products. That's impossible on our marketplace. And on average, we're saving companies over 40% on their bottom line when it comes to product development and distribution of tangible goods. Just to share a little bit about our traction so far, over 2.5 million, over 600K in gross merchandise value. And by the end of Q4, we're going to have shipped about 11,000 physical cross-digital products through our fulfillment network. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bayo, for your time and your patience as well.
So I think I may have missed it, but are you doing something with like a certificate authority with the company or some other, encryption key schema to sort of, make the product hard to fake? There was a time when these things were a little bit more simple, but I'm guessing the sort of technical linchpin is some unique development with that chip you're referring to. Is that correct?
Yes. So, though I'm not the engineer on the team, I'll describe it as best as I can. So each chip, is pre-programmed with an encryption and a license. So we actually have a contract with each brand or each influencer creator that has a IP license, and that's in the metadata, right? And it's encrypted. You can actually go into the metadata and click, and it'll link to the actual contract. We also, through the supply chain process from the manufacturer, which inputs its own data, to the different hands it passes through, they're inputting new layers on top of the metadata that show the provenance history. So what that does is create a chain of information and timestamps that can't just be replicated, because it's secured on public and private blockchains.
For dogging yourself as not the engineer, that's a pretty good answer. I hope you guys work towards like a chain of custody solution long term, because you're validating where the product has been, but also validating where it hasn't been, like stopping at a third party to get some cheap add-ons or to get some part of the product swapped out. Like, that's not unheard of for cell phones. So especially with the recent deeper tragedy in Lebanon, I'd like to see you continue to grow the feature set there, but it sounds cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheldon, for the question. Guys, feel free to address more. Okay, we got one in the chat. I'm gonna read that one. I guess you mentioned monetization. So how do users monetize their products on the platform?
Yes. So first part is simple, unit economics between what the wholesale supply costs and what the retail price costs. So because we represent a large community of creators and influencers, we're able to negotiate down wholesale price with our vetted suppliers. So they're getting, like a small dollar amount per unit. And then we advise them to charge a premium of about 100% on the wholesale cost at least. So if something costs, $10, you can charge $20 or more. Now that profit we share with the actual business on a 1090 structure, which is, probably the best you'll find in the industry. If you go and you use Amazon fulfillment, for example, they're taking anywhere from 30 to 50% per product. And then that cost is actually passed to the customer as well, because we can do each product made to order. So the customer pays a retail price, and then it enters into the manufacturing process with the supplier. Now, the other thing that we do, we can create tokens that represent a redemption in a future product. So a artist or a brand or a community can launch tokens. Those tokens are backed by our infrastructure. And then, the customers are paying up front, and then we deliver the product later once it's redeemed. The token need not be redeemed, right? So it could be like an unboxed digital asset that could trade hands multiple times before someone finally redeems it for the actual physical.
Okay, hopefully this answered the question. And one more from me. So what about the intellectual property? So how NPC Labs handles that? Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. So we have an IP partner called Intangible that helps us with our IP management. I mentioned earlier that we embed within the metadata of each token an IP license. Intangible actually, because they're experts in IP, they create the license for us. We embed it within the token. Then you have a portal you can access. Once you click the link, that'll show you the commercial rights you have access to. And those commercial rights are set ahead of time by the creator of the token and the IP licensor. So they can set whether you have the commercial right to actually resell the value They can set whether it's a CCO or whether you have full rights to the actual IP once you purchase it. And that's something that won't change over time. So it's not like you'll get rugged at the future because they changed the IP rights. It's embedded on chain and it's permanent. So they have to make that decision up front. The other thing I'll say is that, within our network of advisors or IP attorneys with over 40 years of experience dealing with the music, art, and entertainment industry, so they're helping us draft up these contracts and make sure that we're being compliant.
Okay, thanks. And one more, can you elaborate on, explain about, tell us a bit more about the team, because I didn't catch this on presentation, I guess.
So we have over 20 years of tech industry experience within our core team. I've been in the VC space for 8 years, investing in tech startups. I went to Princeton University undergrad. I've also been an angel investor in multiple Web3 companies, and I've personally scaled over 500,000 in community members. Our CTO, Paneet, he's a 2-time entrepreneur. His last company was acquired by a Sequoia-funded competitor. He's done head of product roles and head of tech roles for over 13 years. And finally, our lead product person is an engineer named Francis. He founded an engineering services company called Asian Labs, which helped develop our MVP before they came on as advisors, and Francis came on as a co-founder. And then we also have a team of advisors, each with unique experience in the space. Brian was a lead senior product manager at Super Rare, blockchain engineers. We have digital asset marketplace founders, Web3 strategic advisors that are VC. We also have a former media executive as one of our advisors. He's been part of the Discovery Channel, Sundance, BET, and others. 40-year IP attorney. And then, also as an extension of our team, we have a fulfillment, a federal contractor that does courier services for the federal government. So we have access to warehouses in 18 US states. Our main warehouse is in New Jersey. It's about 10,000 square feet where I'm based, and we fulfill products from there.
Okay, looking great. Okay, so guys, thanks Bayo for your time. It was a pleasure hearing you out. So wish you best of luck. And I want to wish best of luck as well to all our participants and founders, pitchers who were here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Malika as well. Thanks for helping me out. So that's it, guys. End of our collective call. Thanks for coming in. See you next Tuesday, I guess.
Thanks. Have a great one. Bye-bye.